Getting out our peach tree dishes and petty boots.
Peach
Monostat green.
Gazpacho police, peach tree
dishes.
Martial law. Marshall, Marshall. What else? Oh, today I guess she was saying Puerto Rico is not part of the United States, even though it's been U.S. territory for 124 years now, I think.
You got Lauren Boebert, who's claiming this and that and the other is not constitutional. It's like the woman couldn't even get her GED when she took the test. She had to take it online. So, like, probably paid somebody to pass her GED. Is going to tell you about constitutional law? I don't think so.
I mean, not to harp on people that, have a GED, and that's not the thing. It's like the homegirl failed it, 4 times, couldn't pass it, took it online, and then she's going to sit there and lecture people on the Constitution.
On constitutional law.
I think it's safe to say she's never read the Constitution. I think it's
pretty safe. And then Gomert saying you can't even lie to the FBI or Congress anymore. I'm like, no, do you guys know what law is?
No. Can we start there just to be petty? Is Marjorie Taylor Greene really that dumb, or does she just make stuff up to get?
Does anybody have any announcements? I have one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sacred Sounds of Coffee we did last week instead of tomorrow, so there's no Sacred Sounds of Coffee until the first Monday of July. It's actually on July 4th, I think. So if you missed last week, it's on Jody Roberts' channel.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Johnny? Any announcements, sir? No.
I'm doing nothing on purpose. On purpose.
Mercury went direct. He should be doing better now.
Yeah. Oh, he did go direct?
Yeah.
That little bastard. I hate him. There you go, Johnny. Just go blow him up. You ain't got to worry about it anymore.
Let's get the space lasers on it from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The Jewish space lasers?
Yeah. Or was that? I can't remember who said that now.
Her?
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Monostat Trader Greene said that about the Jewish space lasers that are causing the fires in California. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like Johnny says, we have to share a planet with these people. I have no announcement.
Send her to Mercury. Maybe she'll make sense up there.
No, Johnny. If it's
backwards,
Maybe they talk about peach tree dishes on Mercury.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the words she say, you have to play them in reverse and they make sense. That's what it is.
I have a special announcement. My friend Beth Cat, happy birthday, turned 61 today. She's not with us tonight because she's out celebrating, but she'll see this tomorrow. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Beth. Yeah. Catholics are Satanist, according to her. The people that are teaching at the churches, the pastors and stuff, are really devil worshipers because we're not reading the Bible because, we have to protect our borders. So forget the part about Jesus saying, love the sick and the poor and the yada. No. Clearly there's a part in Marjorie Taylor Greene's Bible that says, no, we don't like immigrants. We don't like people of color. You have to set up borders. You can't let this woman is just.
We shouldn't like Christians either. They killed Jesus. So.
Well, did you see the video of the pastor talking to the city council in Arlington, Texas, who was saying, in the Bible, it's a capital offense to be gay, and basically is calling to, get rid of all the gays in America. It was crazy.
I'm sorry. So hold on. Just a stupid question here. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but doesn't the Bible also say thou shalt not kill?
Yeah, but he was
we just gonna wipe that part out because we want to go after the
they wipe out everything else in the Bible that doesn't fit their agenda. But he's like, it's still on the books in Texas that it's illegal to be homosexual. So he wants them to go after all the gays. He doesn't want them celebrating Pride Month. They were getting ready to do a parade for Pride Month, and he was pitching a fit about it. And there's people in the crowd that you hear him going, yes, I'm in. Yes, yes, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, these people. Awful.
We were laughing
for entertainment
about that
purposes
over text.
only, YouTube.
We were lying about that over text, or not lying, laughing about it. Because I guess quite literally there is a law in Texas where you can only own 6 dildos. 6 dildos. But you can have an endless amount of guns with no license or no background check or no training, no nothing, endless amount of ammunition. But Lord forbid you have more than 6 dildos in your home.
God forbid if a woman can be happy without a man around. You know, if I can't control my body, then, you know, let me have my own toys.
Oh, man. Because I'll just... I'll shut it.
I got my petty boots on. Can you tell?
Okay, I'm going to say it. Probably because the men don't know how to please the women. So then they got pissed off. So
they're drinking sodas and shrinking. They're drinking sodas and shrinking. So, you know, woman's got to do what a woman's got to do for entertainment.
And tanning their balls too. So I'm sure.
Have we missed anything this week in the Petty Boots Club?
I can't with these.
They can't either.
They can't. That's why they gotta.
I bet you it's only missionaries on Friday between the hours of 5 and 6. You know, like that's how
5 and 5:06.
5:06. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord. So yeah.
I know a lot of states have antiquated laws on their books that need to be purged. You know, like Tennessee, I know, still has a law that it's illegal to have oral sex.
Are you
like tell that to every teenager in high school?
Yeah, coming from the Republican Party, the party of small government. But unless we want to know what's going on in your bedroom, who you're sleeping with, what you're doing, how many dildos you own, is your partner of a different color? Is your partner of the same gender? Is your partner, you know, like small government, but we want in on everything behind closed doors.
Because we're in Peachtree dishes.
Yeah, Peachtree dishes. I can't.
I want to tell you what to do. Just don't tell me what to do. That's what it is.
I'm telling you, man, I guarantee you all these people passing these laws probably can't get it up and haven't seen it in about 15 years. Guaranteed. That's why they got to hate on everybody else.
SB Third Eye said, in Tennessee, it's illegal to bathe a donkey in a bathtub. What about the other asses?
Oh my gosh.
Ah, Petty tonight. Meow.
Yeah, I think my cat ears. For sensitive ears. We're in a mood tonight.
I can't.
I should put my cat ears on.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene, I guess we'll start there. Monistat.
Why not?
As she's known here, Monistat. So I guess she's gone off the rails again. Something about the government wants to keep tabs on you and wants to know when you're eating cheeseburgers, but the cheeseburgers are really from what's that guy's name?
Bill Gates fake meat.
Bill Gates' cheeseburgers that is not real meat. That's made in a peach tree dish. PEACH peach tree dish. And then today she said something about Puerto Rico not being part of the I mean, the girl just foot and mouth disease, something fierce. And I'm wondering, is she really that stupid, or does she purposely say stuff like that to like get attention?
To appeal to the base.
Or just to get attention to make headlines. You know what I mean? So
yeah, to be in the media.
Yeah.
In Texas, you can rob a house if you give 24-hour notice. Oh my God, y'all are funny in the chat. She's a couple of fries short of a Happy Meal. Y'all are cracking me up. It's a diversion tactic I'm getting. It's like what she does. You know, she has to work at it a little bit, but she's not balanced. You know, there's lunacy involved here, but it's just a part of her karma and everything. But I get she manipulates things to show her dissatisfaction and bullies and gets all emotional. But the star, like seeking attention and trying to divert away from other tangible things that are coming up in America and the courts. So it's an image thing, and she's really good at it.
So you get that she just makes it up just to...
I get she works at it, makes it up for an image thing to divert away from other stuff that's going on. What are you getting, Johnny?
I guess she really is that stupid. The moon and the Ace of Swords, there would be your clarity of thought there. And then you got the moon, which is the murky thoughts. She didn't finish something, the Two of Wands. So I don't know if she finished her own studies or if she paid somebody else to do it. But she never finished something. So she really is that stupid.
So here's a meme I found last week, and we were laughing about it. And it's a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, and it says, "If I had $1 for every IQ point in this picture, I'd have to borrow $2.75 for a Happy Meal."
And you'd be a few fries short.
I guess she really is that stupid. There might be a man around her, maybe some sort of an aide or a staff member or something, and she just repeats what he says, repeats the messaging. So.
I mean, at least get a spell check or something. I mean, I guess she spelled peach right, I guess. So maybe a proofreader. That's what you need.
No, that was in not an interview, but like a live stream she was doing. She said
a podcast or something.
No, she said peach tree.
Oh, yeah,
peach tree dish.
It wasn't a text. It was a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Chris Hayes could not keep his straight face in the news that night. He just was like, "I need a minute."
I didn't see his video. All I seen is his head was down, like he was losing it.
It's because of all the stupid stuff that comes out of her mouth, and she really struts around like she's the smartest person in the building, and it's like, girl, please. I don't want to read on Uvalde and that tragedy and I don't want to go there because since Uvalde there has been more of these events. Like I just saw on Twitter, there was another one in Tennessee just hours ago. There was another one I think in Arizona yesterday. Like it's just, COVID's gone. This is back to normal, so I don't feel comfortable. Please don't ask me to read on the police officers or any of that. I don't want to leave those people to be and grieve. I don't want to touch it. But I do have a question concerning the Second Amendment. Will there be Well, I got two questions. Will the Second Amendment be amended? Is the first question. And then the second question is will Biden do an executive order for assault rifles or anything like that? So I guess we can start with the first one. Will the Second Amendment be amended? Right?
Yeah, let's start there. To clarify state militias, if nothing else. I get a little bit. Thank you, Mara.
I know, Cardamom. See, it says a well-regulated militia, except Republicans and the gun lobbyists just kind of overlook that well-regulated, and it's just flood the market with guns. I think there's more guns than there are people, at this point.
Yeah, I get right now out in the cold from it, but surprise put forward by a woman. So whether that's the House, it starts in the House. I've got Biden here and America here. So I get we'll get the plan off the ground and move forward with that. And a big change of some kind, or a change of some kind, but I get it's a small change. So they'll hang on to most of it. But they look at it as unfinished work, like it wasn't clear enough. So I think they're going to clarify some things, through the government to try to beef up security with it a little bit, to secure it a little more. So yeah, climbing to higher ground with it. I think they will.
There's a woman who starts something here, Queen of Wands in the Temperance. So she gains some support for this. It does not have enough support or enough steam here with the Tower and the Eight of Pentacles. So something happens to where the support is dwindling, or it could be a mansion cinema type thing to where you have some support, but you can't get the key players to get on board, because you get the Hangman and the Moon too. So there is some perspective that needs to be changed, or some sacrifices that need to be made that are not, because somebody is isolating. However, there will be something little here with the Page of Wands, Knight of Cups that happens within the government. So there's something like maybe get rid of bump stocks or something like that. So there will be some little small thing, but as far as changing the amendment, no, not right now, at least. And I think they also forget it's called amendment for a reason, because it can be amended. So as of right now, it starts, but it doesn't keep the same steam.
Thank you, Cold Toes.
I get a yes. There's something that needs to be worked on for the confusion to be cleared up or changed. Something that has been manipulated that is very chaotic, that needs to change or needs to be improved. When this happens, I do not know. I can't give you a time frame. Next week, next month, I wouldn't anticipate it for a while. As a matter of fact, I think I shared the video with you, Jenny. Andre at, what's the name of his channel now? Is it Astrology Now?
Astrology Alert, yeah.
Astrology Alert. Please go check him out. He did a great video on the Second Amendment. And what time frame was it? 2025 to 2028?
Yeah, like and that he was saying, versus looking at the planetary things and what controls gun legislation and stuff, that it's likely not to happen till around 2025. But check it out. It was a great video.
Yeah, it was a great video. If anything, it gives hope to know that it, you know, for something like that to happen, you would need the Democrats in the House and the Senate and the presidency. So, you know,
I wonder if we'll have a female leader at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the change comes from.
Because this is Queen of Hearts as well. See? So, you know, it could be, but this says yes. I just don't know when. So, you know, go check out Andre's channel because that video was very informative. So I guess the second part of the question would be, will Biden pass an executive order for gun control?
Yeah, they're pressuring him to declare a state of emergency because of all the mass shootings and therefore can do an executive order. So will he do an executive order to either ban assault rifles again, you know, because they've been banned in the past, or background checks or something? Will he do an executive order for gun safety, gun control for entertainment purposes only? YouTube.
Speaking of gun control, I was telling you last week, Jenny, that the Supreme Court is hearing a case right now to make it federally concealed carry. So I don't know.
I would rather be open. I want to know you have it. I don't want you just walking around and I don't know.
And not only that,
you around me, at least I can go somewhere else where this is not happening type thing.
And not only that, but like gun laws change from state to state. And with this national federal concealed carry, somebody from who knows where can go into a blue state where they are not allowed to have that gun, but because federally they can open a concealed carry. And then with all the other, you know, lessening of all the other restrictions, you're not even licensed or took the safety course or whatever. You're going to end up like one-eyed Stewie while you're in the middle of committing another mass, you know what, you know?
Yep. I've got the White House on the bottom. I get he's looking into it and trying to figure out a way to balance all the corruption and stuff that's going on. Biden at the root here. So there's something new. He's not going to go all the way. There's something unfinished about what he does, but we'll be satisfied that he does something new. But I get he's mulling it over right now, like what's the best way forward, and that getting it off the ground legally. So yeah, he's going to change something. I get celebrating on that. So
I get a mixed bag here. There's the moon and the page of cups. So a lot of this is about emotion instead of about legislation. That's how it starts. Something is secured to where he won't have to defend his decision, because I'm pretty sure the right is going to blow a gasket over something, but it's not banning though, because I don't see anything that says he's banning weapons, but it is some sort of, what's the word? Compromise. Like, and it might be, now what's that word? It might be a token or something, like whatever the word I'm looking for. It might be just
or rolling back to some of the things Obama had put in place.
It might just look nice for TV type thing, like getting rid of the bump stocks or something like that. You know, getting rid of something that makes it impossible to do mass damage. But at the same time, there's no ban on the assault rifle. There is just a little breadcrumb, a little olive branch is what I was looking for, something like that. But I mean, step in the right direction, I guess. Just a leap in the right direction would be nicer, but you know, there you go.
I gotta know. Man, Biden, his hopes, his success suffers, and he needs to sacrifice. Also, widespread suffering. But the question was, will he pass executive order? This is saying no. It'll be painful and difficult. Which, if he were to pass an executive order, the Senate can overturn it, right? But they need 2/3, which the Democrats wouldn't, you know. So, and I doubt he would put something like that up on the line with midterms right around.
I was amazed this weekend, like how many Republicans, constituents that used to belong to the NRA said that they're no longer going to, be a member of the NRA because they're tired of these mass shootings, and the NRA, they realize the NRA lobbyists are blocking any effective gun control. So a lot of people are just dropping out of the NRA.
Well, the NRA is basically a skeleton of what it used to be. I mean, isn't it still going through the thing to be dismantled under Letitia James? Remember, they tried to move it to Texas and that failed. So it's still being in the courts, to my understanding, to be pulled apart, disassembled, you know, but it doesn't matter. The damage is already done. There's more guns than people. And then the people in office that they've lobbied have went ahead and rubber stamped every law to make it easier for any person. In Texas, you can have 6 dildos, but you can have an unlimited amount of guns. Yep. You don't need.
We're going to limit your sex toys, but we're going to let you have all the guns you want.
Don't say gay. Don't talk about gay people. Don't talk about wanting to get an abortion.
Look at children's private parts, and so we can make sure they're not trans.
You know, we want state-sponsored pregnancies, okay, and births, because that would be murder, because we want your kids to grow up and go to school so they could be used for target practice. That sounds vile, but at this point, let's just call a thing a thing. You know, like, you can't tell me you're pro-life when you're totally cool and on board with little kids getting murdered, and your head's gonna explode over a fetus. Well, get out of here with that bullshit.
You know, I have to go back to Monistat Green again too, like her saying, you know, no more immigrants and stuff, and 13% of the workforce in Georgia is immigrants. The migration workers and stuff that they need there. She would screw up Georgia's economy if she did anything to block immigration.
And not just there, all over the border states, all over California, Texas. Every agricultural company is ran on the backs and the sweat and the blood of immigrants, because no white man is going to sit there and get paid less than minimum wage doing backbreaking work when they can just sit there and get money from the government. So stop blaming the immigrants, because that's just bull crap. Okay, on to the next question.
Station break. Lucy needs her cat treat. Princess Fluffy Butt has arrived.
So I miss Peter Navarro getting arrested. What happened with that? Did they actually show him getting perp walked? Did they show that?
No, but they showed it like he was in jail all day in Hinckley, who shot Reagan. He was in Hinckley's jail cell. Oh, the ultimate, insult. But he was supposed to be flying to be on a podcast down in Nashville. So they arrested him at the airport, took him away in handcuffs, in jail, put him in an orange jumpsuit, put shackles on him to go into court, like shackles on his feet, which is what you do with someone who's been indicted, right? That has to go before the court and try to get out, until the trial. He was livid. He was so livid. Like, how dare they? This is unconstitutional to treat me like this. It's like, sorry, your white privilege isn't holding up now.
Excuse me, hold on. Unconstitutional to treat you like that? What about all the people that you guys kept locked up, and children under Trump. That was unconstitutional. You were purposefully ripping kids away from their parents to jail them.
And you know, the man
who,
not to mention the riot at the Capitol.
Yeah, the let's go, you know, chase people away from the Black Lives Matter protests with rubber bullets and stuff. You know, that talk about unconstitutional.
No,
so I can do my
he's
Bible
talking about the
photo op.
Constitution way back when black folk didn't have any rights.
Yeah,
when they weren't even a person. You know,
but you know, Mr. I confessed on Ari Melver to all my crimes is going to represent himself in court.
And he wrote a book too, didn't he? Didn't he write a book
in the middle of his rant when he got out of jail and he was doing his rant about how he was treated and everything, he paused and talked about his book and was plugging his book and then went back into his rant. He was plugging his damn book while ranting about how he was shackled and handcuffed.
Oh my God.
It's like, somebody needs some money. He's got to plug his book there, you know.
I mean, this whole situation is it's just funny. And then he's going to represent himself in court too, right?
Yeah, he's going to represent himself in court. Well, after what he did on Ari, you got to believe that's not a good idea.
I mean, why?
And then on
Trump
top of that, well, this was, you know, for contempt of Congress. He also has a subpoena to appear before the DOJ grand jury investigation. And if you watch Glenn Kirshner's video this week, he was talking about this may be a way of them sending a message to him to cooperate with the DOJ grand jury. So I got lots of questions on this. Should we ask?
Okay, let's go down the list one by one. Let's break it down one by one.
Is the DOJ pressuring him to cooperate with their grand jury?
Because they were watching him. That's how they found you at the airport.
Yeah, didn't even give me a chance to turn myself in. Wah! That's what they did to Roger Stone too. FBI, early in the morning, pre-dawn, knock, knock, knock. We're gonna take you away.
Oh.
And they considered him a flight risk too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if Texas considers handcuffs a sex toy.
Not unless they're leopard and furry. No.
Is Peter Navarro a lawyer? What is he?
Yeah, he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Like, he should have known better than to talk about the Green Bay plan that they had to overturn the election.
Law licenses at Trump University. I mean, between him and Giuliani and Scavino and the Kraken lady.
Maybe they got him from Liberty University. You can get an actual law degree from Liberty University. I think it takes 3 years. And you don't have to read many law books because you have to read the Bible first.
But you still have to pass the bar.
Yeah, like how do you pass the bar with a subpar education?
Pay somebody else to take it free.
That's like trying to take your GED exam only having been to the 3rd grade.
Bogers. Somebody else. Will they pressure him? I get yes. The 2 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. So there will be some sort of talks about going in. The 4 of Pentacles in the 8 of somethings. What is this? The 8 of Cups. He is going to try to get out of this, to sequester and to, well, naturally, because why would he want to go? But the Fool, 3 of Wands, something is approaching in justice. So that's what's approaching. The 3 of Wands, the Fool, this is just beginning. The Fool is not over in 10 minutes. The Fool's journey takes a long time to complete. So this is just beginning for him, but it ends in a yes, though. The Ace of Pentacles. So yes, he will be getting a document that says, hey, come see us too.
Yeah, they're saying in the comments that he's not a lawyer, he's an economist.
Mm-hmm. Well, then why are you representing you? This is not Judge Judy. So go get you a lawyer.
This is Dark Night of a Soul for him. This is conflict and Dark Night of Soul. Yeah, trying to shift him to talk about Trump. in an investigation, wrap it up with a nice, neat bow, giving him a different perspective. They think he has abundance of information that I get. They also want to kind of trap him in a perjury trap, catch him lying. So it's a way to manipulate him because they think he's sneaky and to block him from doing anything sneaky and get him to agree to talk. And this is his opportunity. Yeah, this is it. Take it or leave it, Navarro.
Is the DOJ pressuring Navarro to cooperate with their grand jury? No. They told him once. Bottom line, that's it. There's the law. There's your fame. There's the decision. They don't need to pressure. They already told you. It's not like, it's not like everybody else is playing over there with the select committee. Oh, that's the law. I can just flaunt it. Screw it. You have no power. You can't do anything. DOJ doesn't need to hold your hand and coddle you. Oh, can you please come in and talk to us? We'll have donuts and a buffet with some coffee. No, they already told you once. You know what I mean? So that's what I get. That they ain't playing with them. They're not pressuring them. They told them.
Thank you.
They've already decided. The decision's been made. So that's what I get. So the second part of that question then,
how's it going to go him representing himself for contempt of Congress? Imagine he's going to stand in court and confess all his crimes and act like it's no problem.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Why isn't Trump paying for his legal fees then? Oh, I mean, then again, he's not paying for Rudy Giuliani's either, so that's a stupid question. Forgive me.
And Trump never gave executive privilege to Navarro, so that's part of why he's in so much trouble. He never gave him, said Navarro had executive privilege.
Which is funny that you mentioned that because that comes up in my reading. He's going to try to claim executive privilege, but I'll let you guys go.
He's going to hire somebody eventually. That's how it ends with the 8 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So he will find somebody because this starts out as a crap show to the 6 of Wands, where he thinks he's important and he's the one at the center of attention. And then I get death. And that made me laugh because your celebrity's gone and whatever kind of victory you think you're claiming, because he goes in there with the chest up and the bravado and he thinks he's smart. And no, this do not represent yourself. You're not Malcolm X. Okay, so this is not a cause. Then you get the death card, and then the 10 of Cups. You think you have support, and then there's the 5 of Wands. So they're literally going to burn you at the stake too. So this is not a good look, buddy. So, but then again, you do you. You go right ahead. You represent.
Burn them at the stake. I like that. Nice and toasty. Let me know so I can take some s'mores, Those are the best. Like you got your graham crackers with your marshmallows and your chocolate.
I get he's going to get a female lawyer of some kind. But that's his plan. So why he said he was going to represent himself in court, that's crazy. judgment's already on him, though. It's like he was an emissary for the king. He's already done what he's done. They know it, that he's corrupt, and I get an action taken against him. They're going to knock him for a loop. Dark Night of the Soul again. He's got a lot of changes coming. I get that he's going to backstab somebody in the Republican Party that had access to the White House. But I get his image is just toast. Just, he's a loser. He's not going to get anywhere with this.
I can't. I get that this is going to turn into a public disaster. There's probably going to be a lot of people in the public that are going to get a really good laugh at this, at his stupidity. There's also something that may come up in regards to little people that attended a rally. So I don't know how he ties into that at all. I don't know the timeline, but there's an opportunity here at the rally with little people. Okay. There's a lot of confusion and chaos, but then something here about an executive. So that might be where he tries to claim executive privilege or whatever. But no, it's gonna be a caca show. Caca show. So
thank you, Margaret.
Yeah.
So we should ask if the DOJ's grand jury is going to indict him also.
First card, I'm done. I need justice. Judgment. The devil. Yes. Yep, they will.
Yeah, he's going to get burdened. He's definitely going to get burdened. It's like, better be looking at things differently, because there's a big old yes card manipulating, the steel, so to speak, justice, and might get an offer, like, to tell on others, because I get what, they're going to bully a bunch of Republicans here. And I think Navarro is going to backstab somebody else. I mean, he's already backstabbed Bannon when he was on Ari's show. He was like, Steve Bannon and I, created this Green Bay suite thing that they were doing. He's going away. He's going away. He's got a big life change coming, because he's going to lose every which way from Sunday.
I get a big old yes, and I stop there. So, yep. And when he got arrested, when he got indicted, that was sealed. That was a sealed indictment.
Yeah.
So should we ask for more sealed indictments for other people that have not? Because we know that Steve Bannon is due to go into court for his contempt of Congress next month, in July.
Yeah.
So
are there more sealed indictments from the DOJ? Because they're letting Mark Meadows off, and somebody else, I forgot who it was that they let off.
Probably Jim Jordan, because he's the other one that got subpoenaed, and he.
No, I think it was like Eastman or somebody that they let off on the contempt of Congress. There were two that they let off, but they were two that. They were two that might have had executive privilege, that Trump had claimed executive.
But why are they letting?
Well, they may not need them. They may have so much crap on them that they don't need to indict them for that, because they're going to hit them with.
I think with what's the guy Navarro too. You let them go out and create more crime, I guess, suppose, as long as they don't try to go to the airport. Because if they're going to the airport, they may go somewhere you can't get them back, and so that's why he got arrested. He's been under the radar, But as long as you're not going to the airport, I don't need to pick you up right now. You know, I got the fish hook in you, so wherever you go, I know where you are. And whatever you're doing, I know what you're doing. But if you don't go to the airport, no problem.
Dan Scavino's the other one. Mark Meadows and Dan Scavino, they let off. They said they won't hold them in contempt of Congress. But that tells me they got enough crap on them that they don't need to worry about it.
I don't know who none of these people are. It's just names.
They're more sealed indictments. Ooh, they're working on indictments.
Well, Mark Meadows sort of cooperated when he gave him all those documents.
All those texts.
Said, oops, I'm not cooperating now. Like, you know, like he did that crap on purpose. Like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, they're waiting right now. They've got more indictments. It's like, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. I get, again, like they're gonna get some on perjury traps, successful with that, and then some of the ones that bullied, pushed for the insurrection. I'm getting, so they're gonna stay sealed for a little while, but ultimately they're going after Trump. They're going to transition, towards Trump, so that they're going to go after all the corrupt people, take actions, give them indictments and stuff, to go after Trump. So it's just a matter of time. They're just watching and waiting, biding their time.
Yes, they will. It starts in strength, ends in 2 of Wands. So yeah, there will be more. It's just a waiting game now. Plans. Is there something strategic behind it with the 2 of Wands? So they're not acting on anything just yet, but there is a strategy.
I got a yes. There's what's sealed, there's the criminality, and then those are the people that will become infamous for their criminality. So yes. Yeah. So should we ask, because I'm curious, the little bit that I did see, Peter Navarro can face to a year to 2 years in prison for contempt of Congress.
Yeah.
So should we ask, is Peter Navarro going to go to prison for contempt of Congress?
That way they'll know where to find him for all following indictments. Easier to serve him.
I get no. Tower first card. It's a no for me, but he gets arrested, so we get the 4 of Pentacles. But then there's the Devil, so there's something about being chained up. So this is like house arrest or monitored, something like that. So 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, as long as he doesn't try to escape. So it's like monitored. He's being monitored somehow. But no prison.
He's I think you're right, Johnny, because I think like he holds something real close to his chest, but I get like legally he's done, and again, like some sort of offer he doesn't want judgments on him again. So he will be charged, is what I'm like. He'll lose the case. He'll be charged or found guilty, but there's something else, like there's another case going on somewhere else that they need him for. So maybe he's, just under house arrest.
I get that he's isolated with the law, but he's able to maintain his independence, and he's pretty satisfied with that. Because this is independence and freedom. But it still shows that he's isolated.
So and then if he doesn't like that being shackled, he's going to have an ankle bracelet for a while.
Maybe like some sort of an ankle bracelet or something, because it shows that he's still free and independent. But, and he's satisfied with that outcome. So maybe, and these two here, this could be like a judge. So maybe he becomes a cooperating witness and starts turning on everybody else. So long as you keep my ass out of jail, I'll rat everybody out, kind of, or maybe like one of those Michael Cohen situations, though Michael Cohen did do some time, and his crimes were nowhere near as awful as what these clowns have done, but oh well. I can't. I say don't give them any leeway.
Yeah, they'll be lenient.
Nope. So let's see. So Mark Meadows then, because he defied the congressional subpoena, even though he partially cooperated because he gave him all the documents and then he just never showed up. So should we ask about Mark Meadows too?
Only in the DOJ grand jury, because DOJ has already said they won't hold him in contempt of Congress. So will he be indicted by the DOJ grand jury?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, why is that, Johnny?
Because I'm not getting yes. I don't get like a definitive no. I get Hermit first card. Hierophant, Six of Swords. So there's some rough waters and rough transitioning through some little government agency. The High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. So something is being released or revealed, but in secret. So it's almost like a closed door conversation being had, possibly, to where there's no need for an indictment because now there's cooperation. But I don't see that definitively here, either cooperation nor indictment. So I'm just going to say no.
I think he does get indicted. I start with a yes card, and the law coming after him and America, seeing it. Quid pro quo, like stuff he was doing under the table and stuff. But something changes because I think he talks. And that's going to create a lot of chaos. So will he do jail time? I think there's some agreement about jail time with him because he talks. I think he's going to flip. He's got stuff he's going to offer up on the boss. And that's going to make everybody all emotional. So I get there's some sort of agreement or contract or whatever. Like he's going to blab big time.
I get he's going to answer the desired results. Also, important paperwork. All the emails and text messages he provided that are significant and important and answer a lot of questions. So I don't see him getting in trouble. I see him answering stuff in particular to this. Emails, text messages, whatever he gave him in paperwork before he said, oops, So I don't see him getting in trouble with DOJ. He'll which you still participated. You were still part of the entire, so you shouldn't get
Let's
it
overthrow
because you threw everybody else under the bus. You were still part of the crime when the criming was happening.
And did his own election fraud at the same time.
Yeah. So Scavino, let's ask about Scavino.
I get no again. There is some sort of conversation with a small committee here, or a small group of people. The moon is how it starts, so something still needs to be uncovered, but there are allies of his that he's talking to this group about. And so I get no.
I get they're quiet on him right now. He's already burdened, and they're not finished with him yet. But he's starting to see things differently. So, I get he's betraying Trump. So he may already be talking about Trump. He's sort of a surprise in the whole network of things. But I get a yes, he gets indicted. But then something kind of transitions out of after the indictment. They shift him, so he's flipping. I think ultimately, they'll be victorious on getting to the White House legally. But his career is dead. His career is completely dead. But I think he's cooperating too.
His career is the devil.
His career is the devil. His corrupt career is done.
Don't bring me into this, damn it. Do not bring me into was he referred by the 1-6 committee?
Yes.
Because I get here that the committee is not sure what choices or decisions to make. It's uncertain. And I asked if he would be indicted, not by DOJ, I just asked, will Dan Scavino be indicted for not cooperating with the committee or, blowing off the subpoena? I get the committee, their choice here is uncertain, doubtful. But then I get someone's getting ready to walk that dog. So there's the feedback about the fight with the friend with the aide. So I don't know. I'm not sure. So that's Dan Scavino and Mark Meadows.
Steve Bannon's still got to go to court over his contempt of Congress. And the rumor is they're getting ready to charge him for the build the wall grift.
So let's ask about Steve Bannon. Next month, he goes to court on the 18th for his contempt of Congress. Let's see what the outcome for that is.
get he's talking. I get he's going to go away for the grift, for the wall grift. But I get he's going to end up talking to Congress. So I don't know. It's there's something that gets uncovered about some Republicans and Republican donors, like the money involved. So who paid who, what, and I think that's in reference to the insurrection. But he's going to go away. It's just, I think it's going to be more for the grift and maybe a DOJ indictment. Thank you, Uma. A DOJ indictment as opposed to contempt of Congress.
I did a general read to see what his month would look like. I got the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands at first here. So he's going to be doing a lot of information giving, or possibly trying to conceal it, knowing him. But the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, there's something about an investment in something that was supposed to create worry and stress and things of that nature. This could also be informational with the Wheel of Fortune, my technology card. So there's something online, almost like not a Breitbart, but it's something else like that, to where some sort of informational site where he was spreading misinformation, or he was behind the investment for the people who were spreading misinformation. That's going to come to light. As far as him defending it, I don't really see that part, but he is behind that, and that is going to come to light. What that spells forth in the future, don't know, but like I said, it was for the spreading of misinformation, the Seven of Cups too. The Two of Pentacles, he will be in a constant struggle to juggle, struggle to balance. He does fear the hammer coming down, though, with the Three of Swords. His word of warning is the Sun. And so back to this, the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords, kind of equal the Sun, because here the center of attention with that exposure, and then you have the Ace of Swords with that clarity as well, which is also kind of like the Sun. So it starts bad and it ends bad. And so whatever it is that is around him, like the layers of this onion are starting to be peeled back. So you're going to see whatever this investment was in the misinformation campaign. There's also the stealing of money for the wall thing, just like Jen said. There's also a woman here who's either a lawyer or a judge that he was working with the Nine of Cups to get something. It was to gain something, but she did favors for him. So there's a woman that's going to be brought into this too. He does have a good, I guess you can say, defense or legal defense or something like that. There's a new person he hired. That person is going to at least stonewall for a little bit. But
well, he's best buddies with that Chinese billionaire that hides out on his yacht, that has no country, so to speak.
Whoever it is, because this is his hopes. He wants somebody to create some smoke screens for him. And they're going to do it at least for a little bit. But, I mean, there are no shadows in the sun, so you're not going to hide from this. Whatever it is that you're trying to hide from, this person's not going to be successful ultimately. So a lot of his business is coming out. What that says in the courts, we'll see. But we'll see.
For the outcome of his court case, he's going to have to go. He's been independent long enough. Time to go face the music. That's what I get. I don't know how long his court case is going to take. And there's also something here, too, about him working with a consultant here. So perhaps legal counsel. And also something about, but this is about the define the congressional subpoena. So I could also read this as something to do with business or his entrepreneurship, but I'm not going to, because that's not the question. So he's going to have to go. He's going to have to travel and go. No way around it. And they're probably going to say, you have to go talk to the committee, because these three here are action cards. This shows movement. So the final decision may be, well, we don't care. You have to go. You can't,
And because he can sit there and plead the fifth, but yeah.
Off topic. Is there a indication something's moving backwards? Because those cars all move forward. Is there like a combination that would say it's going the other way?
It depends on where they sit in the spread. Do you see in the order of the spread? So since the 3 action cards were towards the back, it would tell me that he has to move forward. He has to go. Do you see what I'm saying? So hold on. Sorry, let me put my phone on silence. Okay, sorry. Let me see, what other questions do we have? So we asked about Mark Meadows and Scavino. Back to Monistat, if we could for a minute. Sorry.
Put her fishy itchy kitty in a peach tree dish.
Oh my God, I can't. I seriously can't with this
See if something grows.
Oh, this I can't.
Whatever amoeba pops up, I bet you it's smarter than she is.
It'll be her one brain cell coming out.
So is she going to win her re-election? That was one of the questions on the committee page.
Or is she going to be Cawthorned?
She made it through her primaries, I think. Didn't Georgia have their primaries? Yeah, because Herschel Walker won his.
It's tough, but I see a yes. The Chariot and the 9 of Wands are both sort of struggles at victory, but there is a yes there, which I don't understand. Maybe I should run for office. I mean, if anybody can do it, then I mean, I don't.
I get yes to I get watching and waiting, so it may be close here. I start with a yes card for the bully, getting away with it. So, but there's something sneaky going on with this too. It's like because there's agreements, and I think with the justice system, so she may have an agreement with a judge or something to rule in her way. It'll take a little while, so I do get her going to higher ground. She does get the strength card, but there's some other things people are going to be looking at and talking about with her. She may end up trapped in something down the road, financial. So she may be looking at some jail time or something down the road. So let her win. We'll lock her up later.
I get that she's uprooted.
Do you?
Her growth improves, but then it's uprooted somehow. Because this is a change, a move, and improvement. So her woman's growth, also possibly her health, improves, but it moves. So I asked about that, and then I got this. Perhaps something in her elections or something where it's small and people may have been blocked. Children may have been blocked. New voters may have been blocked. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like she gets uprooted. Yeah, she's uprooted somehow. I don't. And my only hope is that last time she ran unopposed, and people in Georgia are sick of her ass because she's making them the laughing stock, you know?
Yeah.
So
maybe she gets raptured.
you would think, you know, I mean, they're so like, I've never understood that, Johnny. All these people, all these Bible thumpers, fundamentalists, so excited about the rapture. It's like, you really think the rapture is going to happen in Tennessee? Like, I don't think that's
I just want her to be maybe just recalled. Take that one back. It's like, redo that, please.
Nasty people live forever.
They do.
They always have longevity.
It's hard to kill Henri.
Yeah, they're too mean to die.
So speaking of stuff, Herschel Walker, I haven't watched it. I saw a clip, like a recommended video on YouTube, but I haven't watched it. And they were saying that he's been caught bribing voters to vote
with
for
gas
him.
cards, giving gas cards.
Is that what it was? He was he was giving voters gas cards to bribe them to
$25 gas cards and bribing votes.
$25?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, that don't get you shit. It cost me $55 the other day to fill up half of a tank. $55 for half of a tank. Okay, it's $5.99 here.
But he did a lot of them, you know. So it's a federal crime and a state crime.
So I guess how would that work? He would have to be investigated for voter
bribing voters.
Okay.
So is he facing any?
Can we ask if that was his intention, or if, because the PAC did it, was that the intention on bribing votes, or was this just like a go out and kiss the babies type campaign?
Okay, so start with the PAC's
was it his intention or the PAC's intention to bribe voters, or were they just trying to secure the image?
I mean, Herschel Walker is definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed, so I'm sure that dumbass had no idea that, hey, this is a felony, maybe we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. I get it's a structured thing. It might have been a little bit naive, you know, and they will investigate, but smugging the devil and judgment. Yeah, this was something that they did. It's like, let's go out and give out all these gift cards in abundance and everything. I do get he was trying to get to higher ground in the government, so I get it's a bribe. Intentionally.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't get many pinnacles. I get one pinnacle. It's very little. So it's like you didn't do it very well or try very hard, but there is manipulation in the devil. So yeah. This was definitely for the sake of, hey, come and vote for me. This was to raise his public profile as well, but again, this is come vote for me. It's my America card there, and then the Six of Wands, trying to be the center of attention, person of importance, trying to elevate yourself as well to get elected. So yeah, Justice, Seven of Wands, he's going to have to defend. So yeah, that was a bribe. A gas card. Okay.
Meanwhile, mind you, he's running as a Republican. There's been a bill that made it through the House and was shot down in the Senate, written by Democrats, to help lower the gas prices and stop these companies from price gouging. Republicans shot it down. Just like they shot down the baby formula and everything else. Yeah. But hey, let's give you gas cards to get more of us in there so that you'll get this $125 gas card, and then when I'm in office, we ain't gonna do a damn thing to help you.
Yeah. And in the House, you know, no Republicans voted for it. It was passed by the Dems, but
no. You know what? Hi, Karen. Oh,
you know what? Karen, I loved your last video.
I shared it on my community page. So I hope if you guys haven't seen it, swing by my community page. I shared a video from our dear friend T with KARIN, a great video that she did. Talks a lot about ethics as a reader, and also from the perspective of a consumer. But I get it's like an image thing for him to, cutting into his reputation or whatever. But I can't. So is he going to be investigated? Herschel Walker?
Investigated and or indicted.
There's somebody here already looking into it. 3 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. Looking into the money, the bribes, even. Looking into that type of thing. The Fool, it is going to start something. It's not going to go that far, but somebody will start it at least. It's probably more than likely just going to be something used to damage him in the election type thing, but
so perhaps like maybe filing a complaint or something about his,
or putting it in an ad that he just broke the law and this type of thing. But if he broke the law, then arrest him like they do everybody else. But anyway,
I can go on a whole rant about Herschel Walker by myself.
Yeah, I get something new coming up. They're holding close to their chest. So investigating, yes, and burdening him, and maybe some other Republicans that have done the bribe thing. But because I get judgment and abundance, and it's going to give a birth to like more investigations based on what people have said. So he's going to end up in court over this. He's going to end up with charges. I get like it may take a while because they may like wait until, and he's going to lose his election. I get it may take a while because they want to like not look like they're interfering with the election.
I get a no. I get a no. I mean, there might be someone that makes a call or lets it be known or some sort of an interview, but if anything, he can just, I didn't know about that. That was my pack, because the guy, he doesn't know anything. He couldn't tie his shoes with instructions. That's how out of it he is. I don't mean to sound like a bad person, but the only reason that they're running him is so, 1, they can have a black person to prop up, and 2, they can lead him around by the nose because the guy doesn't know his head from a hole in the ground.
Celebrity. They like that nowadays.
Celebrity with nothing between the ears.
Yeah, it's like Donald Trump couldn't count to 3 if you gave him the first 2 numbers. It's like, yeah.
That's
the whole precedent.
1, 2, Ivanka, what's next?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see the video of I Eat Paste, Eric Trump and Laura and Don Jr., where Eric and Laura are talking about how they think that one of their children is a savant. He's so intelligent.
What? No. That's they're not savant.
Like, one of Eric's kids?
One of Eric's kids may be a savant because they're just so intelligent.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, only if you didn't get your genes.
Then they didn't come from you. That's right.
Daddy.
Eating a whole tub of paste. You telling me your kid's a savant? Like most of us are out eating pints of ice cream. He's sitting there with pints of paste. So
we went from eating paper to eating paste. I guess this one will eat glue or crayons. We all ate crayons, so maybe he's a savant.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He can count to 3, so that makes him intelligent.
Yeah.
The rest of them need help.
Go help your granddad count to 3.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're going to hell.
I wonder if he knows how many children he even has.
Eric?
If he's got 3, he can't count that high. No, he's got 5, I think, or something like that.
Oh, God.
Well, let's ask. Does Donald Trump know how many kids he has? Does Donald Trump know how many kids he has? Does he know how many kids he has?
He definitely doesn't know how many grandkids he has, and the fact he couldn't even remember Laura Trump's name tells me he doesn't know any of the grandkids'
I'm gonna stop right there. No. I mean, like, you gotta think, man. He's probably fathered a lot of babies somewhere with, other women that he doesn't know about. Pulled an Elon Musk, I'll pay you to shut your mouth, No, he doesn't know how many kids he has.
No,
What?
there's an abundance of children, that's strength on that. No, he doesn't know. He doesn't care either. He's like broken off separate from them. He doesn't know. Unless they ask him for money, he doesn't know.
So I asked, I got no, so it's like 6, 10, 12, 20. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. No,
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's y'all's leader, man. So to kind of get off the thing, what will the public response be to the public hearings for the 1/6 committee?
The Hangman and the 6 of Swords. So there will be a perspective here with the Hangman that we are making progress, though slow and tough. It is still going at least in the right direction, because there will be sort of the bullies called to the carpet in front of the committee here too, and a lot of them are going to be right-leaning as well. The Strength and the 2 of Swords. There is going to be trouble trying to get stuff done, though, because there's a lot of people in the way. So you're going to have new approaches to this with the Strength card. So it's going to be like trying to jog through sand type thing. So it'll be going forward, but it just will be tough. And I think that's kind of what we all expect anyway.
Yeah, I get there's like they'll see that they tried to block Biden from taking office, and assuming the presidency, there'll be strength on that. But it does change a little bit about their perception, I get, their emotions about who was working together on this. So there'll be a lot of talk about it, and I also get talk about other investigations that are being done. So I get it's bad for Republicans, but there will be some people that think it's just an image thing and won't accept it. So you're going to have the ones that drank the Kool-Aid. You can't get the Kool-Aid out of them once they've drunk it, unless you give them enema or something.
And that stuff is not even going to make the headlines on Fox News at all. They're going to act like it's not even happening at all. Kind of like when the insurrection was happening, they're over there talking about sex-crazed pandas on Tucker Carlson. Not like what's the saying? Like sticking your head in the sand like an ostrich. So you don't even say it doesn't exist. Okay,
well,
forget
they
those
don't
people.
care. They don't care that Russia meddled in the election either. Thank you, Beatrice.
Nope. So don't even, so I pulled a line of 7. So here it is, but I'm going to bring it down here. The secrets are illuminated and revealed and delivered to the public, and the public's reaction is they're going to be very angered at the previous administration. There is a lot of heat and anger towards those people that were loyal and helpful to Trump in the endeavors. So anybody in the administration, aides, lawyers, members in the House or in the Senate or in the Congress, okay? The network, the secrets delivered in the network, in the House, so members of the House, members in the House, members in the Senate, because this is a network and this is the entourage. So when you get to see the entire network of people, how it was all put together and people were working with, even though I only pulled a line of 7, I didn't pull the tower, but the people that were
all involved,
elected officials as well as aides, people that are not in government that were helping. For instance, Ginny Thomas, not in government, but she's married to a very influential person in government. Do you see what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. When you see how vast the entire network is, it's going to anger people. There are some people that I think are going to recognize. They'll have knowledge and recognize that there are members in Congress or the Senate or wherever that are debating and are starting debates about energy. So what's the word I'm looking for? Diversion. Well, don't pay attention to the January 6th committee because gas prices are through the roof. Meanwhile, we've done everything we could to block it. Do you see what I'm saying? So stuff like that. There's going to be knowledge of people that visited the rally, people that visited Mar-a-Lago, people that visited a large grassy area, people that were visiting the networks, and members of Congress. So you're going to get perhaps visitor logs with names on that as well. But overall, I think that the public is going to be ticked. They're going to be ticked. Especially if there is no.
So I got a follow-up question. And thank you, Super Truthful. So when election time comes in November, we got 90% of Americans that want gun control of some kind, background checks, whatever. And then we've got a lot of independent voters that may be learning more during these hearings and everything and getting riled up. Will people remember all this? Because the Republicans are good at deflecting. How will this affect Republicans in the midterms?
How will the public hearings affect Republicans in the midterms?
Because they got a lot of things going against them now because
our news cycle only lasts 7 days, and then you forget about this because the next things come along, and you forget about that, the next things come along.
think I could have pulled. I think I pulled every freaking negative card in the deck. Y'all. I mean, god damn.
Yeah, I get there's a lot of anxiety with these people once they see everything. It's like it shifts the vote because they've got a new perspective, things that have been highlighted. So the votes, the secret votes as we do it, they're going to lay back on Republicans. So Republicans are going to be burdened. They're not going to come out and force for them. They're going to cast judgment on them. And I get my Pelosi card is climbing to higher ground, my sort of dim things, like they're climbing to higher ground. People are going to be disgusted. They're going to be disgusted by the whole freaking network.
And it's not just that, Jen. It's not just that. It's so dysfunctional with Republicans under McConnell's leadership and McCarthy's leadership that Americans are struggling. We're struggling. Gas prices are through the roof. Inflation is through the roof. They did nothing about it under Trump when COVID hit. That started inflation because, that's what eventually started the inflation was under COVID and the supply chains and people getting laid off. That whole situation, they did nothing about it. And now when it's time to clean up house, they do everything to hurt the American people for political points. And that's the thing. It's like you have two parents getting divorced and America is the children of those two parents that are fighting it out. And we're the ones that get to suffer. Like when there's nasty divorces and the parents use the kids as leverage, that's what we are basically,
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara. Sorry, Johnny, go ahead.
There was a comment in a video I watched, I think it was on MSNBC, that says back in the day when they first started voting, that they weren't devastated when their candidate lost because the government still functioned. Nowadays, you can't say that. Nowadays, it's a very big deal if your candidate does not win. I get the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. There is a rush to conceal something here. There's a lot of frantic energy about secrets as well, a lot of damaging secrets. The Page of Swords and the Five of Cups, there's a lot of grief, a lot of regret. It's like the I've been told Santa Claus is not real times 1,000. So it's really, they're grief stricken. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but they're almost like, I guess the wool has been pulled over or pulled off to where it's like, really, they are that bad? Yeah, some of them are. A lot of them are. But yeah, they're just grief stricken over the page. Page of Swords is a spy. It's the person who goes in very intelligent because they know how to pinpoint the places where they need to be and things they need to say. So it's like you had a person in your house and you really didn't know who that person was this whole time. And now you're finding out. The Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit, some of them they're still voting Republican. So this is not like they're flooding over to the other side or nothing, but there's still some work that needs to be done as far as securing the votes for the midterms. A lot of work. This is going to affect it, I believe.
How is the 1-6 committee going to affect the Republicans in the midterms? The coffin, the scythe, the clouds, the cross, and the snake. Could I have pulled any more bad cards?
Everybody a little bit unhappy with them.
It's going to be losses and a lot of just chaos and suffering because of betrayals and lies. That's it. You're not going to, you can try to lie your way out of this, but it's like when somebody comes with receipts and voicemails and everything's recorded, kind of like Kevin McCarthy trying to backpedal his own voice recording. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. You know, it's you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself for tax cuts and judges to an orange buffoon that doesn't even know how many kids he has. Okay. So
well, yeah, they're all rotten to the core. And speaking of rotten, did you see the video of Ted Cruz on Fox News where a fly was crawling on his face and went into his mouth, and instead of like
I heard he inhaled the fly,
it out, he took a glass of water and swallowed the damn fly. So like,
was it Mike
on his head?
Was it Mike Pence's fly? Did he eat Mike Pence's?
He ate a fly. He ate a fly and washed it down with some water. Like I would have been like, you know, spit it out.
This takes the whole flies on shit to a whole new
right into his mouth. Crawls right in.
Flies on shit got a whole new meaning because that was like.
That's another one of them. Look at God right there. Look at God. Right
like how gross! You just washed the fly down. Like you didn't try to spit it out. You just washed it down with water. Can we read on that? I'm sorry.
Yes, please. Can we?
Oh my God.
I don't know what the.
I don't know what the question is. Why did he eat it instead of just do one of these or something?
Why did he eat it? And then I want to look at what people's reactions to him eating a fly, because nobody likes Ted Cruz anyway. So why Fox News would have him on?
So what's the question?
Why did he eat it instead of spitting it out? Like,
why did Ted Cruz eat?
If you're outside working and or doing something and a bug flies in your mouth, what's the first thing you do? You spit it out. He washes it down with some water.
I mean, he is the 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag, so I mean, he's probably used to it. So it's just
why did he eat it live on TV? Here, watch me wash this fly down. Like I'm gonna get some parasites in me. I'll probably blame the Democrats for it.
These Republicans and these flies, man.
Like I said, Johnny, flies on shit. Flies on shit. There's a whole buffet over there for the flies.
They recognize their territory. Oh my God. He was embarrassed. He was embarrassed.
Trying to make it go away.
9 of Swords and 5 of Cups. It's almost like if he would have done this, he would have drew more attention to it, I guess. I mean,
it's like walking all around his face before it walks into his mouth, and he picks up a bottle of water and washes it down.
I'm gonna find the Hierophant card and say that was God doing that. That's what I was. Just what the heck? Okay. If a fly belongs anywhere, it is in the mouth of Ted Cruz. So I mean,
I get nostalgia. I think he may have flashed on Pence with the fly on his head for 15 minutes in that video or in that debate. He wasn't sure what to do here. He was trying to be on a moral high ground. So I get there were an abundance of flies in the area because he had been watching them for a while. And I get he was trying to show strength and turn his back on the fly and still maintain his support. But
he's a frog.
He's a frog now.
Or a chameleon. I like chameleons, but maybe he's a chameleon because he changes with the wind blows.
What are you getting, Becca?
So I got the scythe, the child, the mice. Okay.
The berry was hungry.
And pests and anything that's decaying, and they delivered food. So it was a small appetizer of food for him. He got a little appetizer. He was shocked that it was such a small pest, but the food was delivered.
I got an interview in snacks.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Maybe it was one of them Cancun flies and it followed him up here.
I mean, when you're gonna be a piece of shit like him, you deserve it. You deserve all the laughs the world is gonna give you.
Jesus, Christian.
Can we-
I told
can
you,
we
look at God.
Can we ask what the viewers thought when they saw him eat a fly and wash it down?
Get you a Cheeto or something. I mean, you want real food? I mean,
Oh, Lord.
even Lucy won't eat the mice. She'll catch them, but she won't eat them.
Well, he thought it was a small appetizer that was delivered.
he got little snacks. Hors d'oeuvres. Never mind the caviar and the brie. Give me some.
Put it on a little skewer next time so he can eat it like a kebab of flies.
Good gosh.
So what did the viewers think? Is that the question?
Yeah, what did the viewers think when he ate a fly? Because
They
it's
thought
just,
he was
the
the hungry
picture is like
king.
really big. It's him and the news guy, big as life, and you see this fly walk all around and into his mouth.
Oh my god.
How did you not feel a fly on your fucking face?
Walking around on your face, on his lip, into his mouth, and then he washes it down. Wait a minute.
What did the viewers think of Ted Cruz eating
Oh.
What did the viewers think of Ted Cruz eating a
Hang
fly?
on. We're just gonna have
Okay,
to pull up
I
the
got
video.
Lord Jesus.
What did the viewers think of Ted Cruz eating a fly?
I don't know if you can see the fly.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wait, no, put it back, put it back.
Ooh, let me just get right in. Ooh-wee.
Nice close up of him.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. I gotta wash the fly down.
Oh, I'm clutching my pearls.
I think the viewers were like, wow, that looks really tasty. Let's do it ourselves too. He looks pretty satisfied. I mean, these are the people that were contemplating drinking bleach. Okay. So
I get they were disgusted by this surprising movie made, and you know, they're like, he's gonna die from this. He's eating a fly.
I mean, they're gonna freak out about eating a fly, but then go and drink bleach and arsenic dirt to not get vaccinated.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube, we know those are not things you do.
Conspiracy theorist. Yeah.
So has he done this before?
They may have thought he had been drinking.
It must have been Bill
Everybody-
Gates. It must have been Bill Gates's peach
Fake meat.
dish.
That's a fake meat. It's fly meat.
Bill Gates
Burning in a peach tree dish.
From his peach tree dish with the Jewish space lasers put that fly in his face.
I mean, nobody likes Ted Cruz. I can't imagine why a fly would even stay on him.
Flies on shit. Flies on shit, Jenny. Flies on shit.
Eat a dildo. How about that?
He
Don't eat
can't,
the fly.
Jenny.
Eat the
His
dildo.
wife is only allowed to have 6.
Yes, that way in case she buys 7, he can eat 1 and they'll be in the law. They'll be compliant.
You're only allowed to have 6.
Oh my god.
They
What?
watch dildos more than they do
Little
sex
dog
dolls.
Snowflake probably would have liked to have had that fly while Cruz was in Cancun.
I mean, it just
Like, can we ask? Because we did this when Pence had the fly. Can we ask? Was this God sending a message?
it was like, oh well, you just shut up.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Blah 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 blah. Some more bull crap.
what's funny is in this book.
choking on the fly. If he started choking on the fly and had to get the Heimlich maneuver, I
Oh
would
my
have.
God. Yeah, I mean, he was talking to Hannity, so if that was going to happen at any time. Oh my gosh. God is on the death card in this deck too, so we'll see if we.
Please, both of you pull the devil. This is something just too nice.
Was this a message? Maybe this was one of those opportunities point and laugh, because the world is quite heavy.
We want the crap coming out of your mouth to go back in.
I mean, that could be. This flew out to a sword. So, I mean, it's like, shh. That was God's shh. That's the way he does it. Oh, and you just swallowed it. I mean, oh my God.
This is something Satan would do.
See, because here's the thing, too. People, flies fly around you because they're horrible. They have no fear whatsoever. They just zip and zoom. But I've never had one try to crawl in my mouth. Because it's not like he just inhaled it. It was doing this, and it walked over his lips and went right in the corner of his mouth. Like, this is where I belong because it smells like garbage in here. So let me go in here. And then he just said,
maybe it's saying that he has halitosis.
Oh, it came out again. Okay. Yeah, it wanted to keep his mouth shut. There is the 8 of Swords, the powerless to resist, the High Priestess, secrets need to be kept. 2 of Swords, keep your mouth shut. Temperance, here's something to eat. So there you go. At the same time, you can't say I didn't feed you.
I get God sends him messages every day. This is a kind of monotony card, doing the same thing over and over. God is sending him messages every day because he's not done with them yet. I get the Hierophant over this, and this was, the 3 muses. This was inspiration for him to realize, surprise, this is a message. But he didn't get it because he's like so full of crap. He didn't get the message. But I get judgment. This was
Satan's work.
Manipulating something, strength, manipulating something to do this. Wander across his little face and crawl in.
I liked it that I made an appearance in your deck, in your spread, Jenny, because that's something the devil would do. Like, you wanna play? Okay. I get that it was the universe kind of just decided that, we're going to have a little bit of fun today. So yes, it was a message from the universe. The stars, the moon, the sun, all of it conspired to clown.
So I got a follow-up question.
Okay.
We've had Pence first. Now we've had Ted Cruz. Before the elections, are we going to have another fly incident, like in a debate or something? Are we going to have
let it be Marjorie Taylor Greene or Jim Jordan? Jim Jordan
so
needs a fly. Johnny is clutching his pearls.
I can't believe he didn't see that. Jesus.
Are you watching it again, Johnny?
I had to. I mean, because how
do you not feel a fly walking across your lip? Like, anything hits your lip, you know it. I get a cat hair on my lip, and I'm like, Oh.
I mean, he really is a pile of crap. Him and Mike Pence, they attract flies. That one was just chilling, just like, this is where I belong. And this one literally crawled in your mouth. Like that's like fly suicide. He was like, okay, I'm gonna crawl in his mouth.
I'm sacrificing myself for the higher good. I'm crawling in his mouth.
I mean, his breath had to literally smell like garbage for that fly to want to crawl in it. Oh my.
It's one thing to be like riding a motorcycle and getting a bug in your mouth, right? And that's one thing, or riding a bicycle or something. For it to just crawl in.
One pile of crap was talking to another pile of crap, and that fly felt right at home.
He was sitting in a TV studio. So out of that whole entire area, found his mouth in the whole studio, decided to go on TV and sacrifice itself in Ted Cruz's mouth for the world to watch.
All they had to do was turn a fan on and it would blow the fly away. Same thing on Pence in that debate. All you have to do is put a fan on and it'll blow the fly away.
And that's the beauty of it. Both of them were in a studio when they had flies on them. An entire studio with lots of people around, and they chose the biggest piles of shit the flies could find, and they're like, here we go.
Just can't do it. That's oh my God. I mean, that's literally the shit-eating grin. Like,
why didn't he like swat it away like a fly?
Anything.
On you?
He thought somebody was delivering hors d'oeuvres. Here you go. Here's a little.
There is a video. I'll play it the devil's advocate. There is a video of Obama with the fly, but he killed it. It was flying around. He's sitting there talking to somebody. He's got his legs crossed and his arms on his knees like that, and he just looked at it and went pop, and then it was dead. It's like these people get. Kamala Harris, though, I mean, she's seen that fly on his head and said nothing. So
that white hair. That white hair.
I wouldn't have said nothing either.
I bet you Ted Cruz eats boogers too when he thinks nobody's watching. I bet he's like, I bet you he eats he likes boogers.
He likes sex.
It's no wonder they gotta drink bleach. They're eating flies.
Oh, what was the question? Is it
Will there be another fly incident before? Thank you, JC Reeds. Will there be another fly incident before the midterms, like during the debates or something?
You just, oh my God! You know it's in your mouth though, and then you just.
He tried to wash it down instead of spit it out, dude. Like,
wait a minute. You sip.
It's not your high blood pressure medicine. This is a fly. You do know what this is, right?
I hope that fly made a little trip to the kitty box. The kitty litter box. I'm just saying.
I think they carry.
And a few urinals and a couple of dirty toilets in that studio.
He probably had maggots coming out the other end, you know?
Oh,
he is a maggot.
I love you, Stacey. I love you. So will there be another fly incident before the midterms?
Oh my gosh.
On the higher ground, it makes me think of the fly in Vince's hair, like on top of his head.
I don't. Ooh, no. I can't do it. I'll make him something to eat. It'll have to be better than the fly. It's got to be.
There's going to be another fly celebrity. Yes, just wait for it. There will be another surprising fly celebrity. So we should start naming them. Rest in peace, the one that went on cruise.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Trying to protect themselves from flies and yeah.
Sterling Roses, no, that video was not doctored. That was him interviewing at Fox News when a fly landed on his mouth and then crawled inside his mouth, and he swallowed it and then tried to drink it down with water.
Walked all the way across his lip, and it's a close-up on the screen, so you could see it walking across his lip.
And he reacted to it, because you see he did a little squinch, and he reacted to it. So no, that went in his mouth.
And then, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make you a Monte Cristo. That's got to taste better than that.
It's no wonder his daughter doesn't want him to around. You eat flies, Dad.
Because his breast smell like ass. And so
Dad, no, don't. I call Lucy mouse breath. Trump or Cruz's fly breath.
No, shit breath.
He needs some monostat for his breath.
A maggot breath.
Monostat breath. Oh God, yes, it's gonna be another one. It's gonna be crawling in somebody's hair while it's on TV.
Yeah, higher growth.
But there's the snacks again.
The snacks. I get that there's going to be another small visitor that gets sacrificed.
They did. Yeah. Oh.
And if you know, across in Spanish is cruz. So there you go. So it might be Ted Cruz again, because there's a small visitor that gets sacrificed. So
why did they in 4 years never land on Trump? I mean, the smelliest piece of crap there is.
He is a fly.
Why in 4 years did one never like go for Trump?
Oh my gosh. What is happening? What is I mean, you have to feel it unless you got Novocaine or something in your lips.
Yeah, you've been to the dentist or something. I would still feel a fly walking on my face, even if I was numbed up.
My thing is that what's with the fly that just jumped off the cliff, though? He went right in his mouth like that's where he was supposed to be. That was a message, like we just said. I can't do it. Oh. Why not on Trump? They did. It was just in private. They got the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit. Yeah.
I don't get flies, I get roaches.
There's some kind of
Those are nastier than flies, too.
Again, every day again, they did like try to burden him, but Melania was concerned for his image, so she would go in for the kill shot. She would take an action. So she would shoo the fly away if it got around Trump.
She'd sit there with a newspaper rolled up, just whacking him over the head. I get that he didn't get flies, he got roaches. Specifically the roaches that fly. So I'm being creative here. So
palmetto bugs.
Mice, so flying bugs. But no flies because he was blocked somehow. So sprays or clothing.
Drink bleach.
Maybe his spray tan smells like, or his makeup smells like shit. But he did have a lot of flying roaches around him at one point. I'm gonna just say that.
While he's DJing at Mar-a-Lago.
Trump and his flying roaches.
I'll be nice. Ted Cruz. Wait a minute. I'll find you a snack over here. We'll get you an M&M. Do you want an M&M? That's all I got today. I mean,
and Ted Cruz has got to have a purse down there he can store a snack in.
Do you want an M&M?
Maybe too hard to get to with this tie on.
I mean, if you don't, that's fine because you may like protein more so than I do, but anyway, that's all I got.
That's all we got, folks. That's all we got tonight.
Well,
hope you enjoyed the disgusting show towards the end there because that went off the rails, but it was fun.
Moral of the story: don't eat flies.
Don't eat flies. Don't be a shit person so that the flies are not attracted to you. How about that? Don't be a shit person.
I'm surprised
what else you got in your boobs there,
Kitty doesn't get them around her. You know what?
It's only one in here, and maybe that was a sign. People usually don't like the brown ones, but they're kind of the same color as flies, so maybe you'll like that one. So I'll save it for Ted Cruz. I'll put it right back in there. That will be yours.
Oh, Johnny. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody tonight for hanging out and joining us, and I hope we provided some laughs and levity and everything else for the week. Things have been crazy. If you notice that you are getting stressed out or experiencing anxiety or depression or anything from the news, just unplug. There's no need to be inundated. There's a difference between staying aware and knowledgeable of what's going on and being inundated. So just be mindful of that. If you need to unplug. I've unplugged for weeks now.
Yeah, 24/7 of anything is not good for you.
Nope, unless it's Care Bears, then that's different. But
or Downton Abbey,
or anything with Henry Cavill. Netflix has a bunch of really good shows on. Stranger Things just came on season 4, so that's great. And then one of Johnny's favorite shows, The Boys, I think starts tomorrow.
It says Fridays.
On
it comes
Amazon
out every Friday.
Mm-hmm. So
I think we're gonna have to write a sci-fi thing about flies on Republicans.
It was the movie The Fly. Remember, he went inside that bubble thing, and the fly went inside there with him, and then he himself turned into a fly.
And then the spider almost came and got him.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to say thank you to Johnny and Jenny for hanging out with me tonight and helping out with the questions and everything. And thank you all to the super chatters. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. And to our moderators as well, who are just fantastical. And as always, to Mystery Achiever, that's always so kind to put the timestamps every single week. I know that's time consuming, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
I enjoy reading the timestamps just to see how she's going to word something when
or the little emoji
the rails. So find your fly emoji.
Yeah, I hope there's a fly emoji mystery, because that one should be funny. That one should be.
Well, and thank you, Terry, for reposting the questions throughout the stream.
Yes, thank you, Terry, and I will try to catch you guys this week. Things have been crazy here at home, lots of stuff. But if I get some downtime, I'll try to be on this week. So next week we will be on Mr. Johnny's channel down here. So
with him pulling out all kinds of things.
Out of his boobies.
The magician.
I was just trying to be nice.
He's got Kit Kats, I guarantee you. He pulled an orange out the other day. If you didn't see his Friday Night Live, I woke up in the middle of it, like I fell asleep towards the beginning. Woke up in the middle, he's pulling an orange out, and then everybody's like,
"Pull an orange out of your boob, Johnny."
I'll keep healthy things in there too. Not all Kit Kats.
All right, you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.